Okay, welcome back. Gonna be doing some score chasing on the NES Classic Mini. Balloon Fight. Current high score 762,450. And in my pursuit of a new high score, I do believe we are getting close to getting that elusive 1 million point game. That would be a real nice feather in my cap as a retro gamer, to be able to roll the scoreboard over on Balloon Fight or Mario Bros, which my high score is just under 700,000. I think I could also do it on that one as well. And can you believe we are just about done with the Black Box series? Been playing Black Box games for the better part of 2 years. Been off and on with content, a bit irregular, but you know, this is a hobby channel, so it happens when it happens. But I think we're down to just the last handful of games. Soccer and volleyball, also Mach Rider, Slalom, Pro Wrestling, and Urban Champion. I think that's it. Once we make it through that last handful of games, most of which are terrible, save them for last, then we'll be done with the Black Box series. Oh, Lake Monster's going to get another snack, which is unfortunate because we miss out on some points, but that's okay. Something I absolutely love about Balloon Fight. It's also true of Mario Bros. And Donkey Kong 3 and Popeye, but these are games where you're just constantly racking up points. As you complete the level, you're just picking up points left and right. That's what makes it a fun score chaser, in my opinion. Also highly addictive. I think of that quote. I think it was from one of the developers of Pac-Man, talking about what made Pac-Man so successful. And he said, it has an addictive quality where the player believes that they are getting better, even when they're not. And when they take a game over, they're left with this feeling that if they give it just one more chance, they will do better, they will get a higher score, they will make it further. It's almost like a gambling addict at the blackjack table. If I just play one more hand, I know I'm going to win big. And they never do. Or seldom do. Alright, at this point in the game, we're going to be a little less concerned about getting the bubble points, because now we just want to beat each board as quickly as possible before the lightning bolts start really flying around the screen. Okay, trying to figure out how to approach this. We do see this weird situation sometimes. There we go, they finally freed themselves. Able to escape disaster on that one. And I was thinking about, since I am almost done with the Black Box series, the score chasers that I found to be disappointing. And they're disappointing because they do have potential, but they just missed the mark. And I was thinking the two that meet that criteria are Wrecking Crew and Ice Climber. So with Wrecking Crew, you're really not racking up that many points as you play. The bulk of your points come really in the bonus game. And I guess that would be fine, except the bonus game stinks. It is more of a guessing game than an actual skill-based bonus game. Like, they show you the coin, and then they hide it, and you go to where you believe it's going to be. And it's not there. So your doppelganger gets it first, and next thing you know, you've missed out on a ton of points. So Wrecking Crew disappointing for the unbalanced scoring. Ice Climber disappointing because, partly for the same reason, the scoring is unbalanced, but also there's that terrible jump mechanic. You have that short range, very high hop where you clip through the edge of the platforms. I believe the mechanic is known as edge detection. But we got a tough pattern this time. But you have that issue, and then the fact that, you know, as you hit enemies with the hammer or break through ice blocks, you're not making that many, you're not scoring that many points. Instead, the bulk of your points come when you make it, you know, to the end of the mountain. You have to get to the top. And then if you can make it all the way to the you know, you get to the bonus area at the top, you have to make it to the summit, and then touch that bird that's flying overhead, and then you get a ton of bonus points. So I always thought that was crummy, that, you know, you should be making more points as you play, not just through the bonus area. But these other score chasers, like Balloon Fight and Mario Bros. And Donkey Kong 3 and Popeye, Cuckoo Land also a little... It's fun and addictive, but it is also somewhat guilty of that unbalanced scoring. Got another tough pattern. But the ones where you're constantly racking up points are the most fun, and you're certainly doing that in Balloon Fight, which is why I love this one. Alright, so we lost our first life before we hit the 4,000. I'd like to get, or 400,000. I would have liked to have gotten 400,000 points before losing the first life. That's okay. These guys are trying to bait me into making a very stupid move. Okay, we can get close to 400,000 points with a perfect bonus round here. Been having good luck so far with the bonus rounds. I always feel like if I mess up a bonus round, then I can kiss goodbye any chance of getting a new high score. I also feel like the pressure really sets in once you lose that first life. Then I'm always terrified that I'm going to start making all the big mistakes. feel like if I can get to 600,000 before losing my next life, I may have a shot. Alright, there we go. This is going to bring us to 470-something thousand. So closing in on 500,000. Oh, missed. That's... Now we're at a even 500,000. Okay, got a fairly easy pattern this time around. Gonna bring us over 550,000. Okay, we're in a tough way now because now we have to survive a couple of rounds with only one balloon. So we're not going for style points this time around. Now it's just about grit. Thankfully, I think this is the easiest of the layouts. There we go. All right, let's move up into 600,000 point territory. Nicely done. Okay, this one not too difficult of a layout. But when the lightning is bouncing around real fast, you really can't afford to concern yourself too much with going for like the bubbles. Whoa, very lucky dodging. Alright, so we can move over 700,000 here. We may have a shot at a new high score. And I think I may have mentioned this already, but, you know, and I hope I'm not jumping the gun. But when it comes to high scores, I always think of that quote from Walter Day. I believe he was, it's from the documentary, The King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters. He was, I think, discussing why he believed that the old score chasers, like the Donkey Kong games, Ms. Pac-Man, Galaga, why those were superior to modern games. And he talks about how they challenge players in a way that modern games do not. And he says something to the effect of, for a player to get even a single point higher in a game like Donkey Kong or Pac-Man or Galaga represents a tremendous increase in skill. I always really liked that quote. We're in trouble now. Last life. One of the toughest boards. Okay, I think we have a new high score. All right, and we definitely have a new high score now. We're over 800,000 points. Still pretty far away from a million, but for me, the three most beautiful words in the English language. New high score. And here's a question for my pal Rockin' Cats. What were some of the high scores submitted for, like back in Nintendo Power when they encouraged fan submissions? Darn it. Alright, 827,000 points. Pretty good. Pretty happy with my new high score. We're going to go ahead and save that. We can unlock this. We can delete it. And we will move it here. That's one of the things I love about having the black box score chasers on the NES Classic Mini, is my high score is saved there. And I can even go back and see what phase I was on. But it's time to make a new note in my gamer ledger where I put down all my high scores. 827,000 points in Balloon Fight. So nicely done. We're getting closer to 1 million. So stay tuned. We'll be doing some more score chasing soon.